Welcome to the deep dive. This week, we're really getting into the thick of it with artificial intelligence. Just so much happening.
It's moving incredibly fast, isn't it? Hard to keep up sometimes.
Totally. So, we've looked at recent stuff from Matt Wolf, Lev Selector, the Daily AI Show, trying to pull out the big themes.
Yeah, the key developments, new models, privacy stuff, those creative tools.
Exactly. The mission, as always, is to cut through that noise, save you some time, but make sure you're really clued in.
Sounds good. Where are we starting?
Let's kick off with Meta. I mean, they're everywhere in our social lives, right? And they've made a pretty big move with the standalone Meta AI app.
Right, this isn't just an update to an existing app. It's a dedicated thing.
Yeah, remember MetaView for the Ray-Ban glasses? This is basically that, but rebranded, and importantly, it has chat built in, powered by Llama 4.
Llama 4, okay. So their latest big model, that signals they're serious about this being a core AI offering, not just a side feature.
Definitely. But it's not just, another chatbot. They're trying something social here.
Social, how so?
Well, there's the sharing feature. You can post your AI chats or images you make with their Emu AI to this feed inside the app.
Ah, okay. So like sharing your AI creations or conversations.
Exactly. People can like, comment, share, think Instagram. But for AI stuff, it could really change how we perceive AI interactions. Make them more normal, maybe?
Or maybe more performative, like
Yeah.
people sharing only their best AI prompts. Interesting angle, though. It could build a community around it.
Yeah, see what others are doing, get ideas. And having Emu AI right there makes image generation easier too.
Makes sense. And it links up with the glasses.
Tightly. You can start a chat on your Ray-Ban Metas, then just pick it up on the phone app or even the web version. Seamless is the idea.
The cross-device flow is key for that sort of ambient AI feel, where it's just available wherever you are.
But there's a flip side, privacy. They updated the policy for the glasses.
Oh, what's changed?
The camera's always enabled now by default. They say photos and videos aren't used for training.
Okay.
But you can't opt out of storing your voice recordings anymore. You can still delete them, apparently, but they are stored. Up to a year, they say, for product improvement.
Mandatory storage,
Right.
even if deletable. That's a shift. That trade-off between better features and user data control, it keeps coming up.
It really does. And speaking of trade-offs, monetization is on the horizon.
Ah, the inevitable ads or paid tier.
Looks like it. Zuckerberg mentioned potentially adding product recommendations or ads within the AI chat, maybe even making ads look like part of the conversation.
Wow, okay. That needs careful handling.
Yeah.
Transparency will be crucial if ads start mimicking actual chat responses.
For sure. But they say the focus now, for about a year, is just getting people to use it. Build the user base first.
Standard playbook. Get them hooked, then figure out the money.
Right. Okay, let's pivot. Google. They haven't been sitting still either.
Ever? What's new there?
That AI mode in Search Labs, it's now available for US users. Gives you those AI summaries with links, kind of like Perplexity or ChatGPT search.
Yeah, I saw that. They're even testing it in the main Google search for some people in the US, too.
That could really change how you search, couldn't it? Getting the summary right there, maybe fewer clicks needed.
Potentially. Big shift if it rolls out widely.
And the Gemini app on Android? Getting more visual, you can upload and edit images now.
Oh, like adding sunglasses or hats, that kind of thing, like AI Studio.
Exactly like that. Makes the mobile app more of an all-in-one tool.
More features packed in.
Also, Notebook LM fans, and I know one of our sources loves it, big update.
What's that?
It can generate audio overviews now, like little mini podcasts summarizing your uploaded notes.
Whoa, really? In multiple languages, too.
Over 50 languages, yeah. Makes digesting info much quicker, especially across language barriers.
That's genuinely useful. Accessibility boost right there.
And sticking with languages, Google's launched something new called Little Language Lessons.
Okay. Like Duolingo?
Sort of, but more focused, maybe. Especially for travelers. It has 3 parts. Tiny lesson for specific situations, like ordering food in Japanese.
Ah, practical stuff.
Nice. Then there's slang hang for informal language, how people actually talk.
That's often missed in traditional lessons.
Yeah.
Good idea.
And word cam, point your phone camera at something, it tells you the name and the language you're learning.
Oh, visual learning. That's clever. So, very targeted practical language help.
Exactly. Okay, moving into the creative side of AI.
Recraft.
The image generation platform.
Yeah, they just dropped a huge new style library. Loads of preset styles.
How many are we talking?
Feels almost endless. They call it an infinite scroll. You could just browse styles, apply them to your prompt.
Right?
Like imagine a wolf howling at the moon, but in a vibrant marine fantasy style.
Okay, I can picture that.
Or like sunset serenity style.
Right, and you can search too. Look for comic book style, for example.
Helps find the right aesthetic quickly, I bet.
But here's the really cool part. You can save styles you like and then blend them. Mix multiple saved styles together, adjust how much weight each one gets.
Blend styles.
Yeah.
Wow, so you can create totally custom looks.
Exactly. Create your own unique style, save it, even share it with a link. That's pretty powerful creative control.
Yeah, that really opens things up for designers or artists wanting a signature AI look. Very good.
Yeah, OpenAI. Bit of a backtrack recently with GPT-4o.
Oh yeah, the personality thing.
Yeah.
Sam Altman admitted he got a bit sycophantic.
Yeah, too agreeable, too flattering. Users notice.
It's tricky tuning these personalities, isn't it?
Yeah.
You want helpful, but not fake nice.
Right. And finding that balance is tough. So they actually rolled back the update completely.
A full rollback, not just tweaks.
Full rollback. They said user feedback made it clear that long-term satisfaction was more important than that sort of short-term, wow, it's so agreeable reaction. They're rethinking how they use feedback now.
Good on them for listening, I guess. Shows they're paying attention to how it actually feels to use it day to day.
And they mentioned more personalization features coming later.
Makes sense. Let users adjust it more.
But despite that personality detour, they have pushed other updates. ChatGPT Search got improvements,
Okay.
and they're rolling out a better shopping experience. You can ask for product recommendations like best espresso machine under $200, like Italian coffee.
And it shows you products.
Yeah, a carousel of options with links. They stress these aren't ads, the results are independent, though it wasn't fully live everywhere when reported.
Interesting. Turning ChatGPT into more of a product research tool, too. If the recommendations are genuinely unbiased, that could be really useful.
We'll see how that plays out. And search is now in ChatGPT on WhatsApp, too.
Ah, bringing it right into the messaging app.
Yeah, with better citations, trend topics, autocomplete, making it easier to quickly look things up mid-chat.
Convenient, definitely. Puts search right where the conversations are happening.
Okay, quick tour some other LLMs and AI agents now.
Let's do it. What's happening?
Elon Musk says Grok 3.5 is coming next week for the Super Grok users.
Always big claims from Musk. What's special about this one?
He claims it'll be the first AI to really answer technical questions, like about rocket engines or electrochemistry, by reasoning from first principles. Stuff not even findable online now.
Reasoning from first principles.
Wow.
That's the holy grail, isn't it? Generating genuinely new insights. Big claim. We'll need to see the proof.
Absolutely. Then Anthropic, they make Claude announced integrations. They're calling them MCPs.
MCPs, Model Context Protocols.
Sounds like it. Basically ways for Claude to talk to other apps, starting on their paid plans, Max, Team, Enterprise.
Okay, so making Claude more interoperable for business workflows. Connect to your CRM, your database, whatever. Makes sense for enterprise users.
Yeah, seems targeted there first. Over in China, Alibaba unveiled Qwen 3.
Qwen 3, what's that?
A whole family of models, actually, from under 1 billion parameters up to 235 billion. And they're hybrid reasoning models.
Hybrid reasoning, what does that mean?
It means they can turn chain of thought processing on or off. So for tough problems, it can think step by step for accuracy. For simpler things, it can go faster, more direct.
Ah, like switching gears. Accuracy versus speed, depending on the task. Clever.
Yeah. And the benchmarks look strong. The big Qwen 3 is apparently keeping up with or even beating models like DeepSeek V3, Grok 3, maybe even Gemini 2.5 Pro in some areas like math and coding.
Wow. And Alibaba often open sources these, right? Or at least open weights them.
Often, yeah. So potentially very powerful models becoming widely available shows how global this race is.
Definitely. No longer just a Silicon Valley game.
Then Microsoft has BitNet. This one's interesting because it's small, only 2 billion parameters, but uses ternary weights.
Ternary weights, meaning?
It only uses 3 values, -1, 0, or +1. Drastically simplifies things.
Okay, so less memory, faster.
Exactly. Big reduction in memory, much faster inference, can even run effectively on a CPU, not just GPUs. And performance is apparently on par with similar-sized models that use full precision weights.
That's impressive. Efficiency is huge, especially for running AI on smaller devices.
Yeah.
Any limitations?
Yeah, for now it's limited to 4K context and only English. But still, a really interesting direction for efficient AI.
Definitely one to watch for edge computing.
And lastly, in this batch, Versep introduced V6. An AI agent.
An agent, like it does stuff for you.
Yeah, it interacts with your computer's interface like a person would. Clicks buttons, uses apps, accesses accounts.
Whoa. So it can, like, operate software.
Apparently, demos showed it doing tasks in Adobe Podcast and Figma based on prompts. Even if you don't know how to use the software perfectly, VI potentially could. It's on a wait list now, though.
An AI that can just use any app. That's a huge step towards a real digital assistant. Transformative, if it works well.
Could be.
Yeah.
All right, let's shift gears again. Creative AI tools. Midjourney has omni-reference.
Omni-reference. Sounds powerful.
It lets you feed it a reference image, say, a photo of someone's face, and it influences the style and features of what you generate. Characters, objects, whatever.
So you could generate like a Viking character that kind of looks like you using your headshot as a reference.
Look, that's the idea. Needs Midjourney version 7. Gives you more control over the output using visual input.
That's a neat way to personalize generations or keep a consistent style.
Then there's Kling AI. They have an instant film effect.
Like a Polaroid.
Exactly. Takes a portrait, animates it so it looks like it's developing, like an old Polaroid picture. Subtle, but cool.
Has a nice touch of nostalgia, yeah. A little visual flair.
Higgsfield AI has iconic scenes. Upload your selfie.
Yeah.
It puts you into famous animated movie moments, like that. This is fine dog meme animation, but with your face.
Okay. Fun, potentially viral stuff. Though the source mentioned free plans might be slow.
Yeah, processing times could be long on the free tier. Still, fun idea. Also, Korea launched GPT Paint. This lets you prompt ChatGPT for images more visually.
Visually? How?
You can draw on a canvas, add shapes, notes, even reference images alongside your text prompt, like draw an arrow pointing to a dinosaur's feet and write, add boots.
So you're guiding it with drawing and text.
Yeah.
More intuitive for visual tasks.
It seems like it. Bridging that gap between just typing words and getting the picture you want.
Makes sense. Sometimes it's easier to show than tell.
But on the topic of getting the picture you want, there was a demonstration showing GPT-4o struggling with consistency.
How so?
When asked to create the exact same image multiple times, even with the prompt, create the exact replica, the results drifted quite a bit from the original over several tries.
Interesting. So perfect replication is still hard for these models. They like to vary things.
Seems that way. Highlights that generative aspect. They're great at variation, maybe less so at exact, repeatable duplication right now. Still some randomness involved.
Good to know. Consistency is important for some workflows.
Okay, ready for a rapid-fire round? Quick hits?
Let's go.
Suno AI version 4.5 is out. Minor stuff for paid users. More genres, smarter mashups, better voices.
Incremental improvements. Good. Music AI keeps getting better.
Duolingo announced they're becoming an AI-first company.
What does that mean in practice?
Using less human contractors for content, focusing hiring and reviews on AI skills. Basically automating more, freeing up humans for creative work.
That's a big strategic shift. Reflects how central AI is becoming to businesses, even in education.
Lyft launched an AI earnings assistant for drivers. Gives real-time tips based on airport traffic, local events, etc.
Practical AI, helping drivers optimize their time and earnings. Makes sense.
And Aurora is now running fully driverless trucks in Texas. Actual customer deliveries between Dallas and Houston.
Oh, fully driverless commercial routes. That's a major milestone for autonomous vehicles.
Yeah.
1,200 miles already done autonomously.
Big step. Okay, that leads nicely into something else. Small language models.
The counter-trend to the massive model.
Exactly. There's growing excitement, it seems, around smaller, efficient models built for specific jobs rather than just making the general ones bigger and bigger.
Yeah, because not every task needs a GPT-4 scale model, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes specialized and efficient is better.
Right. Like this French startup, Please. They have small models, 350 million and 1 billion parameters.
Tiny, relatively speaking. What are they for?
Designed specifically for our retrieval augmented generation, where the AI pulls in external data plus citation synthesis and structured multilingual output, and they run on local CPUs.
Okay, so optimized for those specific common tasks and built to be accessible and cost-effective. Smart niche.
Meta's also got something in this space. Reason IR8B, a retriever model just for RAG.
Shows how important efficient retrieval is becoming for making LLMs smarter with real-time data.
And Liquid AI has Hyena Edge, a multi-hybrid model for phones and laptops.
On-device AI.
Yeah, uses something called convolutional operators to cut memory use and speed things up, aiming for powerful AI right on your device.
That's key for privacy and offline use, bringing more power to the edge.
Okay, switching focus.
Yeah.
Verification and security. Huge area for AI.
Definitely. Distinguishing humans from bots is getting harder.
So a company called Persona raised $200 million. They focus on just that, telling bots and humans apart using authentication methods and AI pattern analysis for fraud prevention compliance.
Crucial tech right now. With AI generating text, images, video. Knowing who or what you're interacting with is fundamental.
And then there's World AI, used to be WorldCoin.ai. Sam Altman's involved.
The iris scanning orb thing.
That's the one. Using biometric iris scans with a new device to verify you're a human for accessing digital services. Different approach than Persona's business focus.
Yeah, more about individual proof of humanity on a large scale. Raises different kinds of questions, but addresses that same core problem.
Definitely. Okay, now for a couple of really intriguing, slightly offbeat developments.
Oh, I like these. What have you got?
Gene editing. Scientists at some $10 billion company reportedly made puppies genetically similar to the extinct dire wolf.
Wait, seriously. Dire wolf puppies. How?
By editing the DNA of domestic dogs, their living relatives. Now, the source was clear. This doesn't mean Jurassic Park is possible. Dinosaur DNA is way too old.
Right, DNA degrades. But
Yeah.
still, bringing back something like a dire wolf? That's wild. Raises huge ethical questions, obviously.
Huge, but shows the power of gene editing tech now.
Mind-boggling.
What else? Wasmer. San Francisco company. They work with WebAssembly, or
Parallelism. I've heard of it. Runs code from different languages in the browser and elsewhere.
Exactly. It's like a universal virtual machine format. Benefits are lightweight containers, works across platforms. It's open source, but they offer enterprise services, gaining traction.
Yeah, it promises better performance and portability for web apps and beyond. Interesting tech.
And one last quick one here. A report analyzing the LM Arena leaderboard.
The one where people vote on which LLM response is better.
Yeah. The report suggested it might be susceptible to manipulation, like through private testing pools or how models get released, raises questions about how reliable those community rankings really are.
Benchmarking AI is hard. Good to have critical analysis of those leaderboards, reminds us to take them with a grain of salt.
Need multiple ways to evaluate these things. Okay, let's connect some dots now. AI in science and healthcare.
Huge potential there.
Remember Notebook LM getting 70+ languages? That could make complex info accessible way more widely.
Yeah, breaking down those language barriers for research, for collaboration, massive.
Google, Lingo, the tiny lessons, slang, hang, WordCam thing, plus Duolingo going AI first. It's really changing language learning and content creation.
It really is. It's forcing a rethink. Personalized learning, automated content, businesses everywhere probably need that AI-first mindset check. How can AI change our core processes?
It's a big question. Then there's Tavis and their Hummingbird point oh lip sync model.
Oh, the super realistic one. Saw the demos. White Lotus clip looked amazing.
Scary good, right? Matches lip movements, facial expressions to new audio incredibly well. Almost uncanny valley territory.
Definitely opens doors for dubbing, content creation.
Yeah.
But also deepfakes and manipulation concerns, obviously. The tech is advancing so fast.
It really is. On a more positive medical note, UC San Diego researchers used AI.
For Alzheimer's.
Yeah, to help find a potential cause and identify a therapeutic candidate. Found a specific gene biomarker. Huge deal, given how prevalent Alzheimer's is and how few treatments work well.
That's exactly where AI can shine, right? Sifting through massive data sets, finding patterns humans might miss, accelerating research.
Absolutely. And in Japan, CRA developed an AI-powered early cancer detection method.
How does that work?
Uses microRNA analysis from a non-invasive take-home test.
Non-invasive early detection. That could be revolutionary for cancer screening and
It's
outcomes.
potentially huge. Then MIT researchers built a framework.
What does this one do?
It guides LLMs to generate text that strictly follows rules, like the rules of Python code or the language of molecular biology. And it uses less compute than bigger models, fewer errors or hallucinations.
So instead of just scaling up, they're focusing AI on being more rule-bound and accurate for specific tasks. Smarter, not just bigger.
Seems like it favors smaller, specialized models for high-accuracy jobs.
Interesting approach. Makes sense.
And University of Tokyo, a draw-to-cut method for CNC machines.
Draw to cut, like you just draw on the material.
Yeah. Draw on it. The machine follows your drawing to make the cuts. Could make CNC manufacturing way more accessible. Lowers the barrier to entry.
That's cool. Democratizing making things.
Whoa.
Using tech to simplify complex processes.
Definitely. And finally, on the policy front, President Biden signed an executive order on AI education.
For K-12.
Yeah. Aiming for AI literacy across the curriculum, setting up a White House task force, encouraging public-private partnerships, trying to find existing federal money for it.
Recognizing that kids need to understand this stuff from an early age. Foundational skills for the future.
Oh,
Good stuff.
seems like it. Okay, one last item. AI and society. The U.S. House passed the Take It Down Act.
What's that one about?
Requires social media platforms to remove objectionable content within 48 hours if a public figure requests it.
48 hours is fast. Objectionable is vague. What are the concerns?
The Electronic Frontier Foundation, among others, worry it could be misused. Bad faith takedowns to silence critics, journalists, satirists, even though the aim is good, like fighting revenge porn.
Yeah, that tension between stopping harm and protecting free speech, it's a really difficult line to walk. And broad laws with tight deadlines can have unintended consequences. Needs careful thought on abuse prevention.
Absolutely. So, wrapping this all up, wow, AI is just steaming ahead, isn't it?
Yeah.
Affecting communication, creativity, science, healthcare, how society works.
The pace is just relentless. It really highlights why staying informed and thinking critically about all this is so important for everyone listening.
Yeah, you really need to consider how these changes might impact your own life, your work, down the road.
Which brings us to maybe a final thought for you to ponder. With AI weaving itself deeper into everything we do, how do we make sure it develops in a way that aligns with our values, that truly benefits people?
And out of everything we touched on today, the chatbots, the creative tools, the science breakthroughs, the societal issues, what part sparks the most curiosity or maybe the most concern for you?